Hello, everyone. We are the team from the University of Delaware, and we're so excited to share our findings with you all. My name is Alex.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Sierra.
I'm Mo.
I'm Taylor, and our advisor is Stephanie Rabel. We are beginning with showing this design thinking visual to emphasize that we allowed ourselves to move between as we progressed to maintain alignment and a sense of openness with our insight journey. We spent most of our time on the empathy stage since we live in the United States and needed to take the extra time to fully understand the target market before we jumped into the next stage. We hope to include regional perspectives for potential novel ideas. We drew on our network to develop insights on local solutions with transferable concept work, and through around 10 hours of interviewing with 5 local outdoor organizers, we were able to establish a valuable qualitative data set and connections for our prototype and testing stages. There were 4 primary insights that carried us forward in our different stages: similar feelings of industry workers, networking plans of action, incrementalist frameworks of regarding nature engagement, and observations of how different people evaluate risks. These insights provided context for whether our targets were to be in the average, extreme, or potential markets, and if any of those overlapped through our data. Through this, we developed an understanding of how different organizations may have different types of adventure crazers, and how that might apply to the different organizations within the WTA.
Being an American team, we spent a lot of time making sure we had not only quality information on our target area, but on the association. To accomplish this, we attended the annual general meeting for the WTA and split our data collection into adventure coordinators and grazers for quantitative insights. We used Travel Advisor to find nature activities in BC and verbally gave our questionnaire, as well as messaged a group of private individuals found on LinkedIn. For grazers, we all joined around 7 Facebook groups and posted a survey that asked about their experience with local tourism. After receiving 45 responses, the demographic of the majority of grazers we sampled were 40 to 49-year-old hikers and a small family with no pets. Despite all of them being more than comfortable being outdoors during COVID, 58% said that COVID has decreased their involvement in adventure activities due to the fear of others not following COVID etiquette, lack of social benefit, and nature-specific reasons. When asked if these individuals identify as adventure grazers, most of them answered maybe, which is interesting information when creating future marketing materials. As for coordinators, those that offer winter activities had a very different experience than spring and summer activities due to the COVID shutdown. Generally, the 10 coordinators we interviewed said that their biggest frustration was lack of resources and support while adapting to a new normal. All of this information really helped us define the problem as we transitioned to our brainstorming process.
In the defining stage, we worked to define the question statement that we would build from the WTA prompt and our research. This was the brainstorming process that we went through to finalize our defined question. First, we wrote down a list of questions related to both the adventure grazers and operators' mission and values. From here, we highlighted what we thought to be most important, and this narrowed us down to our final definitive question statement. Aligning with all our gathered data, we put together the question: how may we empower all aspiring local adventure grazers to safely connect with nature through education and build sustainable relationships within the community?
In the ideate stage, we worked to ideate solutions which we could eventually use as prototypes. This was the ideation process we used to arrive at our desired solution. First, we all wrote down as many ideas as we could, and from there, we focused in on what we liked about each other's ideas. We highlighted key words and phrases, and turned these into categories for which we could ideate further. We began this stage with reflecting on the insights provided by the data and developments of our previous stages. After analyzing, the 3 ideation categories we came up with were 1, certifications or ratings of comfort, 2, community days, and 3, a campaign promoting safety and fun. These 3 categories are directly linked to our prototypes.
So after all this work, we converged on our top 3 ideas to prototype. Our first prototype focuses on certifications and ratings of comfort for adventure grazers. On the WTA website, we made a prototype directly from the current members page with scales that consist of trip level and COVID-19 comfort level. The trip level will be determined by the trip operators to give prospective adventure grazers an idea of how intense their trip might be. The COVID-19 comfort level is determined by average by adventure grazers after their trip through a post-activity survey.
The survey we created stands as a direct reflection of how comfortable participants felt throughout their experience. The QR code will be located at the end of the activity, and participants can reflect on staff reinforcement, opinions on safety plans, and if the ratings matched what was displayed on the website. You can scan the QR code now and take a deeper look into what questions might be asked.
Our second prototype is a customer journey map of the Community Days concept, focused on garnering engagement in the WTA and different member organizations through more joint advertising and experiences. This prototype is centered around customer preferences, values, abilities, and interests. Member organizations of the WTA will send an email to all members and provide a survey to be matched with a bucket list of 5 activity options from different member organizations. If you engage in all 5 activities on the bucket list, 2 of them will be free, and a third will be free if you engage with another person from your household.
So, those who complete the bucket list will receive initial membership discounts. Throughout this process, there are many consumer information checkpoints the WTA could engage in to gather data to advocate for their member organizations.
To promote local adventure activities and coordinators, we decided to also create an ambassador program. This ambassador program supplies a handful of adventure grazers that represent the WTA to record a 360-degree video of their experience to be used as marketing materials. The submission process is detailed in our guidelines on the right.
For the ambassador program, we established qualifications needed to become an ambassador, an application process, ambassador responsibilities, an array of perks, and marketing tools that can be used, like #WildernessTourismAmbassadors. Here's an example for an onboarding video that can be used for the ambassador program, presented by our AI friend, Stacy.
Welcome to the WTA Ambassadors Program. We've chosen you as a WTA ambassador because you're a local adventurer who we believe could provide value to our community.
So after more than a month of working with this incredible team, we wanted to reflect on our process. Here's a list of things we would have done differently, as well as our next steps. And here's a final message from Stacy.
On behalf of the University of Delaware team, we thank you very much for your time.